Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Rebel Report. This week we catch up with UNLV golf and tennis after all 4 squads become Mountain West champions. Hear from each and every team as they celebrate berths into the NCAA tournament. Also, could Las Vegas be home to the NFL? Stay tuned to find out more. You're watching the Rebel Report and it begins right now.
Four Mountain West championships for UNLV in the past 2 weeks. Welcome to the 10th installment of the Rebel Report, everyone. I'm Justin Guzman.
I'm Joanne Mendoza. If you're tallying at home, men's and women's golf won the conference tournament at the end of April. Men and women's tennis just last weekend. We've got stories on each team. Let's send it over to Luis Negret to start us off with men's tennis.
Thanks, Joanne. After an up-and-down regular season, the men's tennis squad entered the conference tournament relying on getting hot at the right time and home court advantage, playing here on campus to get the job done.
The 4th-seeded UNLV men's tennis team hosted the Mountain West Championship this past weekend. UNLV won Friday's match against New Mexico 4-2. During Saturday's semifinals, UNLV defeated Fresno State 4-2, moving on to the finals.
This is a big win for us. Winning the first round in the conference tournament at home, it's huge for us, and it gives us a lot of confidence for the next matches in the conference.
During finals, UNLV took on the 2nd-seeded Mountain West team, Boise State, and it all came down to the final match where Richard Solberg dropped the first set 4-6, but came back to win the second set 6-0 and the third 6-3 to clinch the championship with an overall final score of 4-3.
I wanted to be the guy who won the match, you know. That's the moment I embraced. That's the moment I want in life, you know. It's a dream moment, and I embrace it, and I won it.
This is an amazing feeling. It is the best moment of my college career by far. It's hard to describe it, but it's amazing to do it with this group of guys.
We win as a team and we lose as a team, and doesn't matter who wins or loses as long as we get the team win, and that's what happened today. I mean, everyone's won throughout the weekend, and you know, some guys have lost, and we were. It was awesome.
I feel amazing. What a wonderful feeling. I mean, I can't believe that happened. And then we're a very young group of guys with like average age 18.3. But I think that's why we're actually so successful, because I mean they like each other. So they do well with each other. That's the important thing.
The team will make its first NCAA appearance since 2007 and will face USC in the first round of the championship on May 13 in Los Angeles.
Our discussion of men's tennis is far from over. Head coach Owen Hambrook will sit down with us to talk about his team's NCAA tournament berth in just a few minutes during our Rebel Report Timeout.
The UNLV women's tennis team have continued to make headlines this season with a record of 24-1. This past Sunday, they wrapped up the Mountain West tournament with an extravagant Pretty Bow.
The UNLV women's tennis team win the program's 8th Mountain West Tournament championship, earning an automatic bid to the NCAA championships. This is the Rebels' first trip to the event since 2013 and 12th overall. The 72nd ranked Lady Rebels avenged the 47th ranked Fresno State Bulldogs 4-2 in Sunday's title match in Fort Collins, Colorado. The Bulldogs put the Rebels against the wall after winning 2 of the 3 doubles matches. UNLV needed to figure out how to get 4 more points, and they did just that in their singles play. One of them being Rebel Anna Bogoslavets, counting her 24th consecutive singles victory.
I didn't feel like I'm tired. I was so excited about this match. I didn't sleep. I slept only 2.5 hours because, you know, oh my God, you know, I just can't believe that I did it, you know.
I really wanted to win. I was like, it's either now or never, so I tried to do my best, and I think I was very focused on my match. We didn't need you to.
I now can retire. I can retire now.
That's what it's all about, you know, when your kids are happy and they've worked hard, you know, and they buy into your program and they come out with a championship. That's what it's all about.
UNLV is not going to stop here. They earned a 3 seed and will face 2nd seed USC in the first round of the NCAA Women's Tennis Championship in Malibu, California on Friday, May 13th at 10 a.m. The following day, the winner of that match will take on the winner of Big Sky Conference champion Idaho and 8th-ranked Coast and West Coast Conference champion Pepperdine at 1 p.m.
The UNLV men's golf team came out successful after competing against a total of 11 teams to win the Mountain West tournament. This is the 3rd time the golf team has won this honor, and the Rebel Report's Kaysee Soto had the opportunity to speak with the head coach about this special experience.
After a 14-year drought, Coach Knight and the rest of the UNLV men's golf team are able to celebrate as they put one more title under their belt. The Rebels came out victorious at this year's Mountain West tournament as the team shot a final round low 9 under 279, winning the tournament by 3 shots over New Mexico. Being that it has been more than a decade since UNLV brought home the title, it is safe to say that the honors were well received.
It's exciting. You know, we've had so many close calls over the last 10 years and lost by 1, lost by 2. So to actually get it done this year was really gratifying. Very proud of the team. They went out and had big goals and to compete and have a chance, and they got it done. So I'm very, very proud of those guys.
Coach Knight should be proud, as this is his 3rd Mountain West title as head coach. Knight has been with the Rebels for 28 years, and besides basketball, was part of the only other team to earn UNLV a national championship, which was back in 1998. Along with this celebration, the Rebels have one more thing to be proud of. UNLV alumnus Charlie Hoffman won his 4th PGA Tour minutes before the Rebels won.
Charlie Hoffman actually won the Texas Valero Open about 15 minutes when he made his putt. 15 minutes later, John Oda, our sophomore, made his putt for the team to win. So within a 30-minute span, we had 2 championships. So that was kind of cool.
Now with regionals on the way, the team is excited to put their best efforts forward and with the help of the coaching staff are ready to take on any course.
Coach has been around for so long and he knows most of the courses in the US. So wherever we go, I think it'll be interesting and he'll know what to do. And I'm Coach Rowe as well. There'll be lots of advice there for what we're going to do and how we're going to prepare.
At the time of this taping, the location for the NCAA tournament has yet to be determined, but with Coach Knight's experience, the team is hopeful that they will come out successful. For the Rebel Report, I'm Kaysee Soto.
This is UNLV's 29th trip to the national championships, which happens to be an NCAA record. Also, this is the 2nd straight year a UNLV men's golfer has been selected as the Mountain West Freshman of the Year. Harry Hall was announced as this year's winner. In addition, a league-high 4 golfers from UNLV were selected to the 10-person All-Mountain West Team golf team. Sophomore Shintaro Bond, freshman Harry Hall, sophomore John Ada, and senior Zane Thomas. Congratulations to men's golf and good luck at the regionals.
Rolling right along to our 4th and final Mountain West Conference Championship in the last 2 weeks, it's women's golf that takes home the hardware and qualifies for the NCAA after a victory in Rancho Mirage. Barbara Farkas takes us through it.
UNLV women's golf has been on fire from the start of this season, and it's no surprise with the abundance of talent that lies on its roster, not including 2 golfers that were named the Rebel of the Week throughout their season, while Kaylee Benton was named Mountain West Freshman of the Year, who's currently ranked 43rd by GolfStat.
My current goals right now are obviously to help the team get it through regionals and we can make it to nationals, and then from there get to match play. I think that would be incredible to experience that my freshman year. And my future goals are next year just continue to progress from where I am right now and hopefully in one of the next 3 years get Conference Player of the Year. I think that would be really cool.
The accolades don't stop there as sophomore Mackenzie Rame joined Benton on the All-Mountain West first team, being rated as the 73rd best golfer by GolfStat after placing in the top 6 at 3 different tournaments this season.
It feels pretty good. Last year at this time, I made it my goal to get my name on that list, and it feels pretty good to have that done this year.
UNLV recently won the Mountain West Championship for the 5th time in program history and the 2nd time under head coach Amy Bush-Herzer after UNLV defeated number 22 San Diego State on April 20th. Bush-Herzer was named Mountain West Coach of the Year for the 2nd time in 6 seasons following the team's win and the conference championship.
it's finally sunk in, and I'm really, really proud of these girls and this team and what they've done this year.
Number 18 ranked UNLV Women's Golf qualified for its 14th straight NCAA regional and will be the number 5th seed behind USC, Arkansas, Stanford, and Virginia at the NCAA Stanford Regional, beginning Thursday, May 5th through the 7th.
Really, we need to be in the top 6 at regionals, and you know, I feel that we'll be one of those top 6 teams and advance to the national championship. And you know, we just need to go in and continue having a good time and cheering each other on and acting as a team. And if we do that, we'll be at the national championship in Oregon in a couple weeks.
The 3 other regional sites are all located in the south, so the team lucked out being able to avoid some lengthy travel and bad weather by staying on the west coast.
It's huge for us. Last year, pretty much the same teams played in the regional, and we advanced out last year. And this year, hopefully, it's going to be the same for us, and we'll come back to Vegas with all smiles and head to the nationals after finals.
For the Rebel Report, I'm Barbara Farkas.
This isn't our only story on the women's golf. We meet this week's Outstanding Rebel of the Week later in the show.
For the UNLV Women's Track and Field team, one individual has made quite the jump to rank herself amongst the best in the nation.
For the UNLV Track and Field team, high jumper Kaysee Pilgrim continues to make a name for herself. As outdoor conference championships come near, Pilgrim is currently first in conference and is tied for 6th in the nation.
I have to trust the process and just keep pushing forward, and this is a sport where you can't really force anything, you just have to let it happen, so just really trust my process.
Pilgrim has been named Outstanding Rebel of the Week twice and was also Mountain West Women's Field Athlete of the Week in early April.
That's awesome. It's everything that we're out here working for. So, I mean, for her to come in, especially as she did just midway through the year, and you know, make the adjustments of a whole new setting, training plans, everything like that, and be able to do what she's done in this short amount of time has been it's just been awesome.
Pilgrim has broken the program's indoor and outdoor record. The focus is on conference, NCAA regionals, and to make NCAA championships.
Kaysee and the rest of the team head to Clovis, California, May 11th through the 14th for the Mountain West Conference Championships.
The proposal to build a $1 billion stadium near UNLV is gaining ground, and with it, the prospect of bringing the Oakland Raiders to Las Vegas. The Rebel Report's Leonardo Shower was at the Southern Nevada Tourism Infrastructure Committee last Friday to catch up on all the latest.
Will UNLV get a dome stadium? Will Las Vegas get an NFL team? Some of those questions came a little bit closer to being answered last Friday morning with special guests Mark Davis and David Beckham.
I want to tell you what I told Governor Sandoval a few weeks ago. Together we can turn the silver state into the silver and black state. Let's get that done. Thank you.
Oakland Raiders owner Mark Davis pledged his commitment to bring his team to Las Vegas at the Tourism Committee meeting last Friday. The move would require the building of a $1.4 billion stadium in Las Vegas, which has significant support from the Las Vegas Sands Corporation and the Raiders themselves.
If this panel recommends the requested funding, the legislature passes it, and the NFL approves the resulting deal, the Raiders plan to contribute $500 million to this project. We do want to be your partners. We're not coming in just looking for a free handout.
Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman expressed her excitement to the Raiders' proposal of calling Las Vegas their new home.
This has been such a long time coming. I can't applaud enough. And from the people that live certainly in the city of Las Vegas, knowing what the benefits will be and could be, I mean, and thank you so much for the introduction you gave there. We know it. We've been dreaming of this for 17 hard years because this city is ready.
Former international soccer star David Beckham was also present to show his support for the stadium's construction and the prospect of a professional sports franchise in Las Vegas.
Community is what it's all about. It's about creating an experience, and as we all know, Vegas does that for people. It creates an experience. It creates something that is so special to people. It brings billions of people here all year round, you know, and it has done for many years. Now to bring a great organization like the Raiders to somewhere like Vegas is incredible.
We have made a commitment to Las Vegas at this point in time, and that's where it stands. If Las Vegas can come through with what we've been talking about and we can come to do a deal here, then we're going to be the Las Vegas Raiders.
As the Raiders rebuild their franchise into a competitive one on the field, Mark Davis stressed the importance of having a modern facility to call home.
The team is getting better. Just the whole organization has worked towards this, and we're reaching goals that we're finally getting to where our team's going to be competitive as well. And things are looking up. But we need a home. We need a stadium. We need to hit the future. And that's what I think Las Vegas is going to provide us. And I think it's going to be a great marriage.
This process will play out over the next couple of months with more meetings, before a formal proposal is sent to Governor Brian Sandoval for approval. For the Rebel Report, I'm Leonardo Schauer.
Additional meetings for the stadium are set to occur later this month. The NFL would also have to approve the Raiders' move to Las Vegas.
All right, anticipation for UFC 200 is escalating as arguably the biggest star in the business is no longer headlining this special event. According to UFC President Dana White, Conor McGregor will not face Nate Diaz in a much-anticipated rematch for the featherweight title.
You know, we try to give as much leeway as we can on things, but you have to show up to promote the fight. You have to show up to the press conferences and shoot the commercials. It's just part of the deal. These guys came. Listen, I was talking to some of the guys backstage, the fighter, they would like Conor to fight on the card too. People want Conor to fight. So do the fans, the media, everybody. You think I don't want Conor to fight? Of course I do. But it's not right. You can't not show up for this stuff. You can't do it.
After missing a mandatory press date, Dana White decided to drop McGregor from the card. The Notorious One, as you can imagine, was not happy about the news, taking the fight out of the octagon and onto social media. It started with the announcement that he would retire young, thanking everyone for the cheese. That news nearly broke the internet. McGregor then announced that he was back in the lineup for UFC 200 just 5 days later. Well, I guess that was news to Dana White because he vigorously denied this at the UFC 197 press conference, as we just saw. Over the weekend, McGregor took another shot at UFC on social media, this time on Instagram, calling for the fight again. But as for now, UFC 200 will be headlined by the Bone Jones-Daniel Cormier rematch for the heavyweight title. UFC 200 is scheduled for Saturday, July 9th at the new T-Mobile Arena, and I'm sure everyone will be waiting to hear if the McGregor-Diaz fight is back on.
Rebel Report, timeout.
Thank you, Justin. Joining us in studio, we have men's tennis coach Owen Hambrook. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first I just kind of want to talk about, we've had 4 Mountain West titles won in the past 2 weeks. What does that mean not only to the programs but the university itself?
I think it's great that we were able to be part of that, and I mean it's just such a buzz and excitement from what I hear from the team and everyone I see, just about winning all of those, and it's great for the tennis program for sure.
Right. So the team got hot at the right time. You guys won your last 3 matches, heading into conference play, and then you won your 3 outright. Can you just talk about the emotions and how last weekend played out for you guys?
Well, it was, we did get the toughest first round match in terms of the seeding, playing New Mexico, and we were pretty much down and out in that match, and we had a lot of confidence going in. We'd beaten them in the regular season, and the guys on the team just really, on every position just stepped up and got through that one, and then just took it 1 point at a time, and we managed to finish on top.
So you guys played 2 of your 3 games at home. Saturday was a little bit stormy. Did that weather affect the team's routine, the players at all?
No, not really. I mean, we went indoors. We only got done, I think, at 11:30 in the evening. But, we had enough time for the next day. But it was tough playing indoors, but it was tough for them as well. And it wasn't really a big deal. It was 15 minutes away, and it was good, I think, to get that in and at least get the match in so we didn't have to come back on Sunday and play 2.
So, first auto bid since 2007. Congratulations again. How are you guys feeling heading into California next week?
Oh, we're very excited. I mean, just couldn't be happier. We're not going that far. We're playing at USC, which is going to be an amazing experience, and we're just ready to go.
So you guys did play USC in 2012. You guys are a different team now. What's the scouting report on USC?
I haven't got to that yet. I mean, I'll definitely look at some notes and speak to a few other coaches, but they're so good, and they've won multiple national championships. I'm But you know, we're also good, and we've got a great young team that believes they can beat anyone, and we're definitely going down there. We're going to give it our best, and hey, we'll see.
So it's nice being able to stay on the West Coast, being close to home. Travel isn't that bad, right?
No, not bad at all. I think 5-hour drive, and you know, the guys will get to take most of their finals before we leave, so we're a very easy trip.
And as you mentioned, the team is comprised mostly of underclassmen except for Jacob. Can you talk about how this roster is different from your previous teams?
You know, it's a very, as you said, very young. It's been challenging at times. I'm a lot older than most of the, well, than everyone, but I mean, it's a great young group. They're very tight. They hang out together. They're, you know, they get on really well. And Jacob's just been a fantastic leader, and you know, kept them all. To be honest, made my job a lot easier. He's kind of the big brother.
So you kind of went into my next question. Do you rely mostly on Jacob to be your on-court leader for them?
I mean, you know, he's pretty quiet. I think he leads by example a lot more than, you know, than words. But he does such a good job, and a lot of the younger guys look up to him, and he does do. I mean, he's really been a great leader, good team captain, and you know, we do rely on him a lot for sure.
And then, so the team is so young, do you do anything to motivate them, or is the team very self-motivated when it comes to their matches?
Well, you know, we started off the year, we do a lot of team building, and we had a lot of meetings about that. You know, we have our 5 principles that we preach to the guys, and one of them is positivity, which we've really emphasized throughout the year. But you know, they're a hungry group. I mean, some of them, it was new. They didn't really know, you know, what making NCAAs was, right. And then they saw the selection show, and now everyone's learning about it. But they're very self-motivated. They work hard, and it's just unfortunate to have such a good group. So
we have time for one last question. Both Jacob, Alexandra Kozbanov, and Ruben Alberts got all Mountain West. How do they feel about those honors, and how do you feel as a coach that they're able to receive those accolades as well?
I mean, it's great to get the individual accolades, but to be honest, it's just the icing on the cake. I mean, the team comes first, and you know, it's great for them. But you know, the biggest thing is, you know, as a team, we won the conference and getting to go to the NCAAs.
Thank you again, Coach, for joining us in studio. Wish you the best of luck in California. Sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Barb. For the second time this year, Rebel of the Week was given to another women's golf player, Alexandra Kaui, who won the tournament of her life last week, the individual championship of the Mountain West Conference Tournament. UNLV women's golfer Alexandra Kaui has been named Outstanding Rebel of the Week. Kaui is a junior who entered her first season here at UNLV after transferring from Oklahoma. Alex had the largest individual winning margin in Mountain West Championship history, but explains to us how it wasn't that easy.
It feels really good. I mean, the slump was really bad. It was for over a year, and I honestly felt like I had to find a different career path because of it. And I lost a lot of confidence in myself throughout that year. And then as soon as I got here and I was working with my swing coach, I kind of realized, like, you know, it's not over yet. You know, I'm still young, and I still have a lot of years left with golf, and we're lucky to be able to have or play in a sport that can last a long time.
Alex is one of the few players on the golf team to play with headphones. She explains to us how it helps motivate her on the field.
During golf tournaments, I mostly listen to rap and reggae and Hawaiian music. And sometimes I'll change it up. I'll throw it back to the 80s, or I'll listen to Guns N' Roses, or I just like all kinds of genres. It's just whatever gets me to relax and sometimes to feel pumped up. So it just really depends on how I feel.
Alex resumes competition on May 5th through the 7th, where she'll make an appearance in the NCAA Stanford Regional. For the Rebel Report, I'm Joanne Mendoza. The top 6 teams and the 3 best individual scorers in each of the NCAA regional sites will qualify for the NCAA championships. Those will be held May 20th through the 25th in Eugene, Oregon.
Show me your skills.
All right, in this week's Show Me Your Skills, our reporter Natalia Lancelotti takes us to the soccer field again to show us how to kick a corner kick with midfielder Oscar Velasquez. Check it out.
We're here at the Peter Johan Memorial Field with midfielder Oscar Velasquez from the UNLV men's soccer team, and he's gonna show us how to kick a corner kick. Oscar, are you ready to show me your skills?
Yes, I am.
The first step is the placement of the ball.
Okay, so what you want to do first when you're going to be taking a corner kick is you want to put it inside this circle, anywhere inside the circle or even on the line. You don't want to go beyond it. If you're looking to get it inside the ball, inside the box, you want to make sure it's in there hard. You don't want to give it too lofted or too soft because then a defender can come and get it from you, or even a goalkeeper can come and get it from you.
The second step is the proper way to kick it.
My left foot into it first, and then I hit it with as hard as I can to get it to go down. You would hit the ball with this part of your foot. That way you can get more of a curve into it.
Reporting for the Rebel Report, I'm Natalia Lancelotti.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Rebel Report. Be sure to stay tuned for our show final show of the semester next week.
Don't forget, you can also catch up on our previous shows on our YouTube channel, Rebel Report UNLV. Also tweet us if you have any sports stories for us at the Rebel Report UNLV, and follow us on Instagram at Rebel Report _UNLV. See you next week.